Hey everyone, it's Todd the Cybertruck Truck Guy, and today I want to give you 10 reasons why you should stop waiting and reserve your Cybertruck today, or maybe reserve your second one. Okay, so reason number one is the line is already at over or getting close to 800,000 and growing. So when we go to the Cybertruck Owners Club, here they have their Cybertruck reservation counter. And according to the last time they updated this was in May of 2020, they were already over 713,000 Cybertrucks reserved. I would assume we're getting darn close to 800,000. So what does this exactly mean? Well, it took Tesla over in Shanghai about 18 months to go from the time that the project was announced until when they were actually delivering full production or close to full production over there with the Model 3. So if we use the same kind of math and we assume that they're going to break ground any day now, so let's say August or September of 2020, 2020. That means that we probably can't expect them to even be producing vehicles on, for 12 months or so. So figure December of 2021. But it's going to take them probably 3 to 6 months to get ramped where they're actually producing. So let's say they build this at a pretty big pace to do 200,000 Cybertrucks per year. So that means it's going to take them until May, April of 2022 before they're even at full production. And then it's going to take them another 36 months or so to produce all of the Cybertrucks that have already been reserved. So that means that if you reserve one today, you're probably looking realistically at a delivery date sometime in late 2025 to sometime in 2026. So the longer you wait, the further off your possibility of getting a truck comes. Now, obviously, we don't know. Could they add another production line? Could they figure out how to speed things up? Could they open up another plant? All those things are maybes, but I'm going off of what we know today. So, man, the line's not getting any shorter. Okay, so number two. According to this survey that was done and released back in March, the Cybertruck is already more popular as a truck alternative than the Dodge Ram. So the Ford and the Chevy are still preferred in when a survey went out to 10,000 people back in the beginning of this year. And they asked them, which of these trucks would you be most likely to purchase? And the third most popular option was already the Cybertruck, ahead of the Dodge Ram. That's astonishing because there isn't even a Cybertruck out there. So the Cybertruck is already the third most popular pickup truck, and it hasn't even been produced yet. All right, so that's point number two. Point number three, we already know that a number of people in the contracting world, truck people, are planning on making the Cybertruck their next truck purchase. So this was a story that came out in, let's see here. Yeah, this came out in February, where Loop Ventures, which is a research firm, actually went out and did some face-to-face research. So they went out into my world, out into Truckland, and they sat down with different truck owners and they asked them their thoughts about electric vehicles and about electric trucks. And specifically, they asked about Cybertruck. And this is amazing. So they said that of the 22 conversations they had with Midwest-based construction pros, they noticed something bigger was going on. And despite what they thought, truck people thought, 10 of the 22 people they talked to said they thought their next truck was going to be an electric truck. And of that 10, 5 of the 22 said that their next truck was going to be a Cybertruck. So if you take these two surveys, you say you've got one taking a big, broad picture and another one taking a more granular, conversational approach. We're looking at the Cybertruck potentially being able to capture something like 20 to 25% of the truck market. So the total pickup truck market in the United States is somewhere around 2.5 to 3 million pickup trucks per year, of which Ford has almost 1 million of just that with their F-Series pickups. So if you insert or you put Cybertruck in that pool and they're capturing, let's call it 20% of the market share, that means there's a demand for something like 600,000 Cybertrucks per year. Now, most people don't have a reservation yet for the Cybertruck. They're waiting for it actually to roll out. But if you wait until Cybertrucks actually start being produced and there really is this kind of demand, where will you eventually get your spot in line? Point number 4, new features are already being announced and they'll continue to be announced all the way up until the Cybertruck actually gets delivered. And because of over-the-air updates, new features will actually be released even after the Cybertruck is getting delivered. So I just want to point out one example. This was a tweet that went out in December asking, can they make the HVAC system pump hot and cold air from the HVAC system into the bed when the tonneau cover is down or when the camping module is hooked up? And Elon Musk said yes. They also asked if there could be a cargo pass-through between the bed area and the second row of seats. And Elon Musk replied, probably. The point that I'm trying to make here is that you never know what additional features are going to come out, but they're not going to pull any features away of substance, or at least they don't have a history of doing that. Typically, it actually goes in the other direction. As they find out new features that might really drive consumer interest in the vehicle, they start looking at ways to incorporate that into the design. That's only going to accelerate. The Cybertruck is only going to get better. What we know today, it's going to get better tomorrow. It's going to be better in a month, better than in a year. The features just keep growing. Do you think that's going to cause people to want to line up and get in line or not get in line? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. More features at the same price are only going to drive more people to get in line. That's why I think the Cybertruck reservation line keeps growing. Point number 5. Full self-driving has not been unlocked yet. So once full self-driving gets unlocked, and it's going to happen incrementally, but we're seeing now major self-driving features rolling into the software every 1 to 2 months now. Not little fixes, but major elements. Stoplight, street navigation, being able to sense stoplights, being able to go through green lights, being able to identify traffic cones and pedestrians and present it in the real-time view. Every time FSD gets better, the interest in Cybertruck is going to grow, and the value of the Cybertruck, especially as a money-making tool, is going to increase. People view the Cybertruck more than any other Tesla vehicle as a money-making tool. And as full self-driving gets closer and closer to becoming a reality, the value of the Cybertruck and the demand for the Cybertruck are just going to keep increasing. Okay, reason number 7. Battery Day hasn't happened yet. Battery Day is, according to Elon Musk in the last earnings call, this is what he said. I think Battery Day will be one of the most exciting days in Tesla history. And that hasn't happened. So what are they going to announce? What are the impacts going to be? I don't know, but it's only going to make the demand for the Cybertruck even more than what it is today. Okay, number 8. Now this just happened, but it doesn't mean it can't happen again. Full self-driving the price for full self-driving is going to keep going up. I reserved self-driving on my two Cybertrucks before July 1, so they're locked in at $7,000. There is no reason to wait based on where you're getting in line, how far it's going to take for you to get your Cybertruck, for you not to get ahead of the curve. Keep yourself in a position where you can lock in the price of full self-driving. I don't think Tesla's messing around when they say they're going to continue ratcheting up the price for full self-driving as an option on its vehicles. So if you see any advantage, either economically or recreationally, or just because you think it'd be cool to have full self-driving in your vehicle, then you should reserve your Cybertruck now so you can lock it in at the $8,000 price that it is today. Point number 9. Interest will increase once deliveries start. So I just want to show you here. This is Cybertrucks. The yellow is a Cybertruck level of interest. It's basically been relatively steady, flat, low. And this is the blue is the Model Y. The red is the Model 3. So as the Model 3 has been out now for 18 months, 24 months, the amount of interest in it sort of levels out. It sort of flattens. Now, everyone kind of dipped with COVID. All the demand in the different vehicles dipped. And I just put the F-150 out here as an example. So the F-150 is an actual truck that people can actually buy. And this is the Model 3 as people start to get interested in buying vehicles again. It starts to take a little uptick, but you can see it's pretty flat. But what you see here with the Model Y, the blue line is once we start making deliveries, which is, I don't remember, I think February is when they started making deliveries. It went from this relatively low interest level, like relative on a relative basis, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, to all of a sudden 7, 8, 12. That's what happens. So the interest in the Model Y dramatically accelerated as people began to make deliveries, as people could really not just think about something hypothetically, but they were actually seeing videos. Their friends, people started showing up with Model Ys. People started taking people on test drive in Model Ys. All of a sudden, once deliveries begin, interest ticks up. And as interest ticks up, orders tick up. So we're going to see that if you have some idea. I wanted to put the F-150 here to show you the level of interest in the highest rated pickup truck relatively much less well-known sedans and crossover SUVs. So I think what we're going to see is, because especially in the States where pickup truck sales play such an important role, we're going to see Cybertruck interest dramatically ramp up as soon as deliveries start to happen, as soon as people start to do videos showing what it can do off-road, showing what it can do, showing what it can tow, all the different things that people are holding off on for now, but once they see it, they're all going to start lining up. But the reservation line isn't going to be any smaller. Now it's going to be 1 million, 1.1 million, 1.2 million. So all of a sudden, everyone's their waiting line is going to continue to go out. That, I think we're going to see the level of interest from a search perspective end up somewhere rapidly approaching F-Series pickup trucks, much more so than we see over the sedan and crossover side, because pickup truck buyers are extremely engaged in their purchases. I would say more so than the general populace when it comes to buying vehicles. Now, hardcore Tesla fans, they're super into it. But when you look over the overall landscape, the people that care most about their vehicles are people that buy performance cars and people that buy pickup trucks. Those are the two sections. And I think we're going to see massive uptick in interest as soon as deliveries start getting made. Okay. And reason number 10, because it's $100 freaking bucks refundable. Why are you still waiting? Why have you not just Put the $100 in. If something changes and all of a sudden down the road you have to change it to $1,000 and you don't want to do it, take your money back out. Get your refund. No big deal. You have nothing to lose, but you have literally years to lose in the process of waiting for your Cybertruck if you don't get in line now. All right. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.